Yo, what's good, people? Live from Tampa, Florida, Bayshore Boulevard. My apologies for any sound problems. It's a lot of cars driving by. I got my AirPods in, so hopefully that helps. But oh my man, got the ultras on. I see. But yeah, as you can tell from the title, here to answer any of your freeform lock questions or just dreadlock questions in general, uh, to the best of my abilities. I'm not an expert, nor do I claim to be. Have I ever claimed to be? I'm just I like sharing my experience, and if that can help people along the way, then that's a bonus. So also I've been dropping recently. I've been like dropping clips from these Q and A's to try to provide even more value. Of any like specific questions that I can answer. So so let me know if you've been enjoying those. I'm like approaching 4 years on my locks. I started them in January 2019. So this January it'll be 4 years. Finally caught you on one of these. Yo, what's good? Welcome, welcome. Glad you could be here. This is actually, fun fact, this is the longest continuous sidewalk in America, I think. Either America or the whole world. Bayshore Boulevard in Tampa, Florida. Y'all let me know if you can hear me all right. Because I don't know if this thing is connected to my AirPods or not. But I've walked like probably 2.5 miles already. Done some workouts in between, pull-ups, push-ups, dips, some ab work. I'm still on this journey, caloric restriction for the next few weeks. Oh, it sounds good. All right, cool. Still kind of doing caloric restriction for the next couple weeks, um, which means I'm just eating less calories than I'm burning. So today specifically, I had two meals. I had my first meal at 12 p.m. Second meal actually around like 4:15 p.m. So a really small eating window of like 4.5 hours. And I feel good. Like I came out here, worked out. I got a good amount of energy. I feel good. So yeah, man. I mean, the goal is just to lose body fat, gain muscle, and just be healthy. But being that I'm going to Antigua in a couple weeks, there's nothing wrong with having a little extra cut. Maybe maybe for a little vanity. It's all right though, in moderation. Yo, we got 7,000 people in here. 7,000. Any of y'all got a question? Talk to me, man. We got as long as my phone will stay alive, or until I get to my car, which is in about 1 mile. So talk to me, man. My guy, what's good? Hey, I appreciate that comment you left, man. It really meant a lot, bro. Good looks. Because, man, that's just, like, making videos is fun, but it's even more fun when it's, like, when you can actually impact people and you see that, people get something good out of your videos. It's a good feeling. Let's see what you say. Who do you model your game after on the court? Nobody, man. Honestly, nobody. I don't even watch basketball anymore like I did when I was a kid. I was never, honestly, like, I was never a huge basketball fan. Like, I had favorite players here and there. Like, Kevin Garnett was actually my favorite player in, like, elementary school. And LeBron James and, like, Tayshaun Prince, if y'all know who that is. But, yeah, I don't model my game after anybody. I really just, I like the traveling aspect of my job. It's fun to, like, make families laugh and see them have a good time. So that's really why I do it. It's not because I love basketball so much. Speaking on that comment, my question is, are you planning on making more content like that? Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. I'm glad people are noticing that I'm not just keeping myself in the box of making like one type of content. Like, I enjoy just talking about things that I'm into, whether that be fitness, health, my locks, music. I have a podcast with my friends that we do pretty much every week. It's a paid day off podcast. You can go check it out on Spotify and YouTube. But whether it be clothes, I'm really into barefoot shoes right now, and just like a lot of footwear. So that's something that I'm gaining a passion for more as I learn more about it. So yeah, I mean, even expect a video on that in the future, stuff like that. For me, it's not a big deal like if it gets views or not. If I feel good about what I put out there, and I can look back at it 20 years from now and be like, oh, that's so cool. Like that was a part of my journey that I was just being open about. That's what it's all about for me. So the views is a plus. I love the diversity lately more than just the locks. The locks is just an extension of the person. Exactly. And hopefully that's a message that a lot of people are getting out of it. Me just making different types of stuff. It's like we're all multifaceted. We don't just have to talk about one thing. There's nothing wrong about just talking about one thing. Like if you just want to have a niche channel or Instagram page, whatever, that's amazing. But for those that are kind of hesitant about talking about other things because they don't know if their audience will care or if it'll get views or not, don't make that your priority. If it'll feel better just posting about it every once in a while, talking about something that's not necessarily what you're known for, then do that. Go with your gut. I was listening to this podcast earlier and they were just talking about going with your gut feeling, like with mostly everything in life, whether that be people you meet, like maybe you're going into business with somebody or you just meet somebody for the first time and their energy just doesn't sit right with you. Like, and maybe you don't want to use the word energy, but just something feels off about them. It's usually right. Your gut is usually telling you the truth. It's your intuition. Whether you want to say that's God or whatever, it's usually right. So go with that gut feeling. A lot of the times, our unhappiness comes from not following our intuition and our gut feelings. So then we go against the grain. And, you know, for example, if there's an opportunity presented in your life where you know the upside is endless, but you will have to go through some short-term pain, uh, go with the choice of the short-term pain for the long-term gain. So really just put off the idea of instant gratification and just embrace the delayed gratification, and it'll pay off dividends years to come. That's something I'm learning more and more every day. Tampa, man. Tampa is a beautiful city. I actually need to come around here in this area more often. During when COVID first hit, I was staying at a house around here, this Airbnb, and I would just come out here every single day. I would bring my skateboard out here and just be out here running, making content. So, unpopular opinion, those are actually some pretty good times for me, anyways. I've been doing that with my credit lately and stuff around the house, taking the short-term hit for long-term security. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Talking about credit too. That's something that gets overlooked a lot. Something that people make more difficult than it really has to be. For me, it's really just like the saving aspect when it comes to money. I'll be slipping sometimes when it comes to saving because it's like always in my life. Like if there was something I wanted, I would just find a way to get it. And it's like the older I get, it's like the more accessibility I have to everything. I mean, we got Amazon Prime now, so it's like if you want something, you can get it in 2 days or less. So sometimes on those impulse purchases, I could slow down on. But yeah, that's good. I'm glad you're getting your credit right. Yo, any Haitians in Tampa? Yeah, there's a lot of Haitians. Like, uh, yeah, in Tampa, there's quite a few Haitians. I mean, there's a lot of Haitians in Florida in general. In Miami, there's a lot. So, there's a lot here in Tampa too. A lot of locks around here. There's I was just seeing, I saw a couple people today actually where I'm at right now in this area with Freeform Locs. Saving is hard. I feel that. Nah, that's a fact. I'm telling you, that's a fact. One thing for sure, your interaction with your followers make this channel like a family, all coming together with a common goal. I value that and appreciate your channel over high sub channels. Hey, appreciate that, man. That's love. That's what's up, man. Yeah, subscribers are great. Getting a lot of subscribers are great, but it's all about the type of subscribers you have. So, yeah, a goal of mine is definitely to grow my channel, but do it in the right way. Like, I don't care about having a bunch of subscribers if it's not if they're not engaged, if they don't actually care, if they just see one video and then just never watch another one again. That doesn't mean anything. That's really just a number. So I agree, man. You have a spend money addiction? I wouldn't say I have an addiction. No, I don't have an addiction. I definitely make some impulse purchases. Well, I make some impulse purchases, but that's not the problem. The problem is the little purchases that add up. So just running to Whole Foods and like getting some fruit or like that stuff adds up. So lately I've been cutting back on little store runs and getting like little stuff that I don't actually need. Something I was oh, Nike Run Club with a notification. 3 miles, average pace, 19:16 per mile. That's because I've been stopping a lot. All right, but yeah, I don't have I don't have an addiction, spending money addiction. But lately I've just been, oh, like I was saying, I was listening to this podcast and they were talking about when it comes to making purchases, just think about would you be unhappy if you didn't have what you were about to purchase? So if it's like a pair of shoes, just think to yourself, will I completely be unhappy if I don't have this pair of shoes? And usually when it comes to those purchases, the answer is no. So you don't actually need them. So just something to keep in mind. Something I got to remind myself of all the time. Let's see. I have maintenance locks and want to go freeform because I like the Congos. How long until they Congo? So I can't give you a direct answer on that because it's going to be different for everyone. I don't know what your hair looks like, uh, what the texture is like, or what your routine is like. Because depending on how much you mess with your hair, that could change the time frame. So I can't give you a direct answer. I would just say be patient and let the process happen. Don't worry about a time. Because I find that people that are so worried about, oh, when are my locks going to do this? When are they going to do that? That's they're kind of like in it for the wrong reasons in a sense. There's nothing wrong with just going for aesthetics, but uh, you're kind of looking for this like instant gratification that naturally comes with twisted locks. And if you're trying to transition into like more of a free form, then you can't really worry about the time as much. I mean, and we all do. So I'm not saying I never thought of that, but just keep that in mind. Not for real. I don't know. Freeform is unpredictable. Yeah, exactly. It is very unpredictable. It depends on your own hair texture and how often you cold washing. Yep. Do y'all think that cold washing really matters? How you doing, man? Do you think that cold washing matters as much as people say it does? I don't know. I'm genuinely just asking. Like 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 a lot of people say you gotta first wash with warm to hot water and then rinse with cold water. Personally, I think that will have the best effect because the warm water is gonna help like pull the dirt out, and then the cold water like helps it tighten up. But I mean, if you think back to like Uh, I don't know, just like earlier times, people were probably just going to the river and washing their locks, and that's all cold water. So I think little things like that, we overstress and we're like worried about too much. Should I be using this or that or washing with cold water, hot water? Like at the end of the day, your hair is gonna lock up with time. So just keep it clean. Don't worry so much about little stuff. It's just adding extra stress. It's like unnecessary stress. Let's see. Oh, they're jamming over there. They're jamming over there. Warm to cold. Yep. That's what they say. It helped me so much. So personally, I mess with the cold wash. If hot water expands and cold water condenses stuff, I feel like a good balance matters for my head. Yeah, I feel you. It's another thing. Find what works for you. You know. I'm glad you found what works for you. Man, this sunset is gonna be crazy. Beauty the bomb, at a beauty salon with a baby Louis Vuitton. 16. All right, y'all. It's been about 16 minutes. I'm gonna hop off of here. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, asking your questions. I hope you got some type of value from this, and I will see you next time. Make sure you go check out the Paid Day Off podcast if you care about music. I'm on a slight hiatus making the shirts, but you can still check out troyblyden.com. You know, you can still check out the website, but you cannot make purchases right now. That's the only thing. But I appreciate all your support, and I'll see you next time. Appreciate y'all.